The construction thing started with a good friend of mine who gave me a space to work in. And then within his team and his friends and his brother and that kind of thing, it kind of grew. I got the nerve to go to some of the local ones here and pull up because I liked what I saw. If someone's in their element and they're not trying to pose or pay attention to me and they're just doing their thing, regardless of their build, they all look good because they're in their element. So I'm just looking for the gesture that kind of speaks to that person's body language. That led to getting to know the people. It became more looking at personalities and characters. Now, I can't get to know all of them, obviously, but little by little, I have had a chance to make friends, and they tell me a little bit about where they came from and what they like and where they're going. We crack jokes sometimes, so that kind of opens up a dialogue, and it feeds into my story. On this site, I do drawings. I also take photos when I'm allowed, and that's really what I work from when I come back to the studio, is I need to have that reference. But once I've picked a picture, that character comes into play. I'm running through conversations in my head the whole time, and I'm sure that it comes out in the work. Women have been working in the crews now. It's not brand new, but I haven't met a lot of them yet. I'd like to, but I've asked around, and they're not everywhere, not yet. I'm interested to see how they communicate with each other, finding out what the changes are, what the differences are, if there are even any. There's always a story attached, pride and hard work and team players, fortitude, stamina, all the kinds of things that I really admire in people. And I try to emulate in my own way, too. If I start off with a sketchbook and just some simple tools like pencil, marker, whatever, and I'm drawing what I see quickly, either quickly like connect the dots style, or very slowly without looking at my paper. The result on the paper isn't the most important thing. It's more that I have an opportunity to stare and get that information onto a piece of paper, because it becomes my muscle memory. Those photos, when I come back to them, it's amazing how the muscle memory sketches join up with that photo. I can remember the person. I can remember more their gestures and how they turned and some of their quirks. So that's kind of a cool part of my process. So very important for me to set up my computer and my printer. I choose some music that's going to be good for the project. That is paramount, the music. I cannot work without it. I just let it rip. Although even if there's something that I decide to do very spontaneously, which with the stronger drink sometimes that does happen, will sometimes be very goofy and go back and forth from background to foreground, back into doing drawing lines, back into blocking out sections. So, and that's more of a contemporary way of working. I always like to see whether people feel that I've captured them or not. And it's a dead giveaway. I set myself up in a position so that I can see their initial reaction. I got their gesture, and they're pleased with it. Because if they weren't pleased with it, knowing me, I'd probably paint over it. I have a huge admiration for people who get things done. Somebody's got to do it. And these are the people who do it. I mean, there's got to be respect